Hey guys, this is JP. This is my breakdown video for the previous video that I just brought out, which is the Ed Sheeran song called Shivers. I'm going to recreate the song that I did and show you how I did it and explain along the way. Now you can do this with a one phrase looper, but you have to really think about the order you're going to put things in. I'm using the Headrush Looperboard, which has 4 phrases, and I'm going to split them up so I can actually take things away and bring things back again in the middle of the song. So we're going to start with the rhythm. I'm going to put a rhythm down using the guitar, and we're going to strum on the guitar. So we're going to go 1, 2. So I get a rhythm going first, and then I hit record. So we've got our rhythm. The next thing is I actually hit the bridge of the guitar whilst going boom. Just gives a little bit of a kick drum noise and just that little thud to keep us going through the song. So this is our first overdub. Now the next one is actually on track number 3, but it's the second loop I put in, which is the 4-chord structure of the song. So you may have noticed I'm playing in dadgad, I'm not playing in normal tuning. So this is F minor. This is not the original key of the song. I can't sing as high as Ed, but this is F minor, then D. This is A, and then E. And that's the whole song all the way through. So let's lay that down now. Now on to track number 2, and this is our first effect with the vocals, which is the bass line. This is an effect preset that I've got on my vocals, which I call Barry White, and all it does is it just brings my vocals down by an octave.
So it sounds something like this.
And this is a good place to point out that the microphone and the guitar are going into the TC Helicon Voicelive Play Acoustic, and both of them are then coming out stereo into track 1 and track 2 of the Headrush Looperboard. There's not massive amount of routing going on here for this. It's just going in mono on each and then the stereo, so we get that stereo effect going into the looper. So let's lay down the bass line, which is just following the chord structure. The bass line is down, accompanying the guitar and also the rhythmic strum. Now the next part is actually the part that you hear on the original track where it's played by strings and it's plucked. And I put this on track 3 just because it's actually a pinnacle part of the song. So I actually have a different effect for that, which is really echoey. So you can hear that right now. And even more echoey when I turn on the hit button. So we're going to put this down onto track 3. Parts that I need for the moment are in, and I start singing the first verse. But then there's also a part where we get to the pre-chorus when it goes, I want to be that guy, want to kiss your eyes. And I actually don't sing that straight away. You'll notice that I actually add in some claps, which are... Now very quickly turn down the volume of my guitar, because if I did that, if I leave it on and go... You get a little bit of resonance coming from the guitar. So turn that down completely, and then that way we can add it in. Now I add it in onto track number 1. So track number 1 is already like this. We just add them in. But of course, everything else, track 2 and track 3, are playing as well whilst I'm doing this. So you've got 4 bars to actually play around with and get that in beforehand and get back onto the guitar. Just remember to turn your guitar back up again. So now we're into the I want to be that guy. Wanna be that guy. Wanna kiss your eyes. That section where obviously now we've got the claps coming in. So wanna be that guy. Wanna kiss your eyes. Drink your smile. Wanna feel like my soul's on fire. Wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, wanna feel like. And we'll carry on playing that all the way through the chorus as well. And that's enough for the first chorus. We don't want to make it too heavy. And then at the end of the chorus, you'll notice I'll actually add in another drum beat. And this is where I'm beatboxing a bit. And I use the high and the low option on the TC Helicon just to accentuate my voice. And normally I would use that for harmonies, but when you actually go boom, 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 and turn it on, just adds a little bit more to it. So we're now going to add a short beat onto track number 4, and then that way we've got our entire set that we need. Just add some hi-hats. When we get into verse 2, you'll notice I actually turn off tracks 3 and 4. And it just gives it a little bit of separation, just brings it back down again, so you've got something to bring back for the next chorus. So obviously with just track 1 and 2 playing as we go into the car, which is verse 2, then when we get to the other bit where we can actually add in the bass and the strings back in, and then we can add in, when we get to I want to be that guy for the second time, you can add in the drums. Go into the pre-chorus, and we add the drums back in. Kiss your eyes. Soul on fire, wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, wanna feel like love it when you do it like that. When you're closer, give me the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. Now what you'll notice is at the end of chorus 2, I'll stop all of it. Bring it right back. So bring it right back. We just turn it off. So then we've got the total breakdown, but you've got the claps that you need in, which are actually in part of the track. So we go, you are so hot, you got the shiver in the fire, you got... Right, okay, so we've got that going in, and then we can just start bringing bits back in whenever you need to. So we can go... Whoa. Now I just need to explain something. At the end of the breakdown, track 1 and track 2 are playing. Now in the original track where Ed plays, there's a breakdown, and he does it live with the band, and he also does it in the actual track itself, where he sings but nothing else is being played. But then they go straight on to the D chord, which is the second chord. It's not really D, I'm playing it in a different tuning. But the second chord, we've got our first chord that's not being played. So the way you get round that is actually by using the expression pedal. So what I've done is I've assigned the expression pedal to all the volumes of all the loops. At the end of the breakdown you go, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And you just have to keep one eye on the beat and the timing. And what you're doing is, in between that, I break it down, and you'll notice that I'll then turn back on track 3 and 4, so everything's playing. And then when we go up to the D, we bring it back, and that's the drop. So let me play this for you. It's going to go all the way around once, just with track 1 and 2 on. I'm going to drop the actual volume of the loop. Then I'm going to go, ooh, I love it when you do it like that, and when you're closer. So the word closer, I'll bring back up the volume of everything, and you'll hear it all again. When you do it like that, and when you're closer, baby, the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When the say the party's over, you can bring it right back. So that way you've got the drop that you need, that's the same kind of drop that's in the actual track, but your loops are still playing. You've just got to keep an eye on the timing and make sure you bring it back up to full when it hits that downbeat on the second bar, which is the D chord. After that, the track just keeps going. We end up back onto the F minor, and we go, yeah, and just make sure you hit that loop just before that, and that turns everything off. So that's how I break down Ed Sheeran's Shivers. If you haven't seen what I've made, go and check out the track here.